prelude to the Battle of Thermopylae, the most seemingly impossible fight in history, begins. Standing before the 200,000-strong Persian army were only 300 elite Spartan warriors. The numerical gap was 1 to 666, but King Leonidas of Sparta was smiling, because they had a perfect plan to use this terrain to annihilate the massive army. As the battle began, the Persians' numerical superiority actually became a poison. In the narrow pass, the Persian troops became tangled and were pushed into the tips of the Spartan spears. From the first day, Persia suffered thousands of casualties, but the Spartan shield wall did not budge an inch. King Xerxes was panicked, as even his legendary Immortals fell, like autumn leaves. The battle followed the Spartans' perfect scenario, and victory seemed to be within reach. If that incident hadn't happened, the history of the world would have changed at Thermopylae that day. On the night of the second day, with victory in sight, a shadow visited the Persian camp in the dark. His name was Ephialtes, a local Greek who betrayed Sparta. Blinded by money and fame, he reported an Epire, a secret mountain path that could bypass the pass. With this single tip-off, Sparta's perfect defense instantly turned into a prison surrounded on all sides. At dawn on the third day, the Persian army, coming down the mountain path, surrounded the Spartan rear. King Leonidas immediately grasped the situation. The fact that someone had sold them out. Betrayal stabbed the hearts of the Spartan warriors deeper than any blade. Now the only choice left was to die here while buying time for Greece. Leonidas evacuated the other allies and stayed with only the 300 Spartans.
We will die here, upholding the laws of Sparta.
The final battle began. The Spartans charged into the encirclement. They no longer defended. It was only a frantic attack to take down at least one more enemy. When spears broke, they used swords. When swords broke, they strangled the enemy with their bare hands. King Leonidas continued to lead, not falling even after being hit by dozens of arrows. But eventually, before the massive numerical inferiority, the king fell first. The remaining warriors gathered around the king's body to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. Xerxes ordered total annihilation, and a rain of arrows covering the sky struck the last Spartan. Finally, silence returned to the pass. All 300 Spartans had fallen. Persia won, but it was a wounded glory. Having lost 20,000 soldiers to just 300, Xerxes began to feel terror at the name of Sparta. Did the traitor Ephialtes receive the promised reward? He was abandoned by the Persians and became an eternal taboo to the Greeks. Later, his name became the Greek word for nightmare. But the sacrifice of the Spartan 300 was not in vain. The time they bought became a powerful catalyst for uniting the scattered Greek city-states. The news of their annihilation through betrayal made the Greeks boil with anger, not fear. Ultimately, Persia was defeated at the Battle of Salamis and Plataea and was driven out of Europe. Without the tragedy of Thermopylae, the Western civilization we know today might not have existed. It was betrayal that ruined the perfect victory, but that betrayal actually completed the legend. People have remembered the defeated Sparta for thousands of years, not the victorious Persia. A single traitor could bring down an army, but he could not break the spirit of a nation. Ephialtes got the gold, but he bought eternal shame instead. On the other hand, Leonidas lost his life, but remained the most noble king in human history. Every single stone in the Thermopylae Pass still holds the shouts of that day and the pain of betrayal. Why should we pay attention to this history of betrayal? Because it teaches us that internal cracks are more fatal than external enemies. It also shows the paradox that the brightest courage is born in the darkest moment of betrayal. The real reason the Spartan 300 were annihilated was not a lack of strategy. They faced betrayal head-on to protect human nobility until the very last moment. A victory ruined by betrayal, but an immortal legend completed by it. We will remember the 300 of that day forever.